Ever grappled with the mystery of an individual who seems to walk through life blundering repeatedly yet never learning from their mistakes? These individuals are often labeled as incorrigible, a term that denotes a person who is incapable of being corrected, improved, or reformed. In the labyrinth of psychology, being incorrigible often interweaves with certain personality traits, predominantly narcissism. Narcissism, a term inspired by the Greek myth of Narcissus, who fell in love with his own reflection, is a personality trait characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. An individual with narcissistic traits views themselves through a distorted lens of superiority. They construct an impervious fortress around their ego. Any feedback or criticism that threatens this fortress is promptly dismissed. This rejection of criticism, this refusal to acknowledge mistakes, is where narcissism intersects with incorrigibility. When one fails to recognize their own faults, they inevitably become resistant to change. An incorrigible individual, shrouded in narcissistic armor, becomes a perpetual cycle of repeated mistakes. They become a prisoner to their own patterns, doomed to repeat their errors as they are unable to see them as errors in the first place. This psychological intersection of incorrigibility and narcissism can be challenging not just for the individual, but for those around them as well. It can create a toxic environment where growth is stifled, mistakes are repeated, and learning becomes an elusive concept. But it's important to remember that understanding is the first step towards change. Recognizing these traits in oneself or others can pave the way for seeking help, breaking destructive patterns, and fostering healthier ways of thinking and behaving. In summary, the concept of being incorrigible often intertwines with narcissistic personality traits. An incorrigible individual is resistant to change, often due to a failure in recognizing their own mistakes. This failure stems from narcissistic traits such as an inflated sense of self-importance and a lack of empathy. Understanding these traits is crucial for fostering change, breaking destructive patterns, and promoting healthier interpersonal relationships. So, the next time you encounter an individual seemingly stuck in a cycle of repeated mistakes, remember they might just be caught in the intricate dance between incorrigibility and narcissism.